Scorpio cross-referenced all the data Havoc Squad and Kaleo stole from Zakul. When we compared the enemy's comm logs to the Spire maps, we found something unexpected. There's a hyperwave relay station hidden 10,000 meters beneath the Spire. It's the only source of Gemini frequency transmissions to and from the Eternal Throne.
That's how Arkham commands the fleet. And we know where it is.
That relay station is our key to the Gemini frequency. If we can decrypt it, we'll eavesdrop on the enemy and learn his plans.
If we take it out, Arkan won't only be blind, he'll be toothless. The fleet will sit there waiting for commands that never arrive.
First order of guerrilla warfare. Disrupt enemy communications. This is a demolition op all the way.
You'll never get near that relay station. It's 10 kilometers underground and defended by more safeguards than we can count.
That's a good thing our data reveals every security measure in the way, and how to defeat them.
A strike team can disable the defenses right under Arkan's nose, but only if we send it in now. Our intel's turning stale as we speak.
Kaleo and Major Jorgen are already on Zakul. They're in position to clear the commander a path directly to the relay station.
We are not sending that terrorist. She's done enough to my world.
Havoc Squad was made for this op. We have enough detonite to turn that relay station into a crater. Cut the head off the Serpent. Throw the fleet into chaos.
You're trusting the fate of the galaxy to a gang of grenade-happy bucketheads? We're only getting one shot at this. Lucky for you, one shot is all I need. Destroying that relay station is a bonehead play. Send me, and you'll control the Gemini frequency.
The idea has potential, and she's an experienced infiltrator who survived on Zakul for years.
She bombed my people. Never again.
If we can't take control of the Gemini frequency, we'll have to destroy it. Havoc Squad has the firepower for that job.
Without me there to slice that relay station, Major Malfunction's suicide run will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Give me a chance.
Don't make me repeat myself. If you want to be useful, distract Arkan's forces.
See you at the rendezvous, Commander.
If Kaleo's idea of a distraction results in harm to my people, I'll kill her myself.
You can't please everyone. But it may be prudent to consult Valkorion. He built the Spire. He may tell you how to invade it.
Valkorion, we need to talk.
Do not presume to manipulate me. We are not Sith, and the Dark Council is dead. When you kneeled before me, I thought you would become my greatest ally. Ah, how wrong I was to believe that.
I built an alliance to punish Arkan for what he's done. I've honored our bargain. It's time you did the same.
I am not your servant, and you have trifled with my patience for the last time.
Lana, come in. Something happened. I need your help.
Your friends cannot hear you.
You brought me here. Why?
Sometimes, evolution requires a push or a sacrifice. You have forgotten what it means to face death alone. I will remind you. You have mastered the dark side of the Force. It is not enough. It never was. Until you embrace your full potential, you will only be a pawn of fate, never its master.
If you have all the answers, let's hear them. Start with why you let your son betray you.
Arkan saw what he wanted and claimed it. What is your excuse for failing to do the same? The future is not a river to carry us. It is the ocean in which we drown if we are not prepared. You have two destinies, Outlander. In one, you defeat Arkan, claim the Eternal Throne, and remake the galaxy. In the other, you die alone, unmourned and forgotten. I brought you here to taste that defeat. Pitiful. Why did I ever believe you could change anything?
You want me dead? If that's what it takes to get rid of you, do it.
I will not gift you that release. Not yet. This was a fraction of the pain my children can inflict. If you do not finish your training, become something greater, you will feel the full weight of their rage.
There's nothing you or your children can do to me that I won't survive.
Your goal is not to survive. It is to rule. There is nothing else. I cannot stay to protect you any longer. There are matters to which I must attend. But I will leave you with a final token of my favor. Fulfill your destiny, and I promise to return.
When you come back, I'll be ready to finish this fight. You won't survive.
I have never been your enemy. Remember that, and be victorious.
Cheer up, big brother. You're making me sad.
Father won't face me himself.
He's punishing you for stealing his chair.
He isn't angry. Father never feels anything. Not even when Vexen died.
He was a good brother. Brought me gifts from all the worlds he conquered.
I freed you from Father's control. I hope that earned your support.
My loyalties lie here, Arkan. Always.
Now what?
I've waited for you a long time. Welcome to my home, Outlander.
Jedi Master Satil Shan. When Valkorion told me to finish my training, he meant with you.
You're asking the wrong person. Yes, I'm going to offer a meal. Stop rushing me. You survived an ordeal. Come, sit. There's food.
The only reason you're still alive is to satisfy my curiosity.
Not hungry? Fine. More for us. Many things changed while you slept in Carbonite. I led the fight to save the Republic from Zakul. Nothing prepared me to face that enemy. I failed. Again and again.
This camp isn't new. You've been on a Descent for a while.
When the Republic surrendered to Arkan, I gave myself to the will of the Force. I left the core worlds and found this planet. We've been here for years, waiting.
You went underground to regroup. But how did you know I'd come here too?
Our journey here wasn't about you. Not originally. We sensed your awakening on Zakul. Felt the presence of our old enemy guiding you. We witnessed the victories and defeats leading you here. When we found you in that clearing, we faced a choice. Bring you here, or end you there.
You don't have the stomach to kill anyone.
I can kill, when necessary. Today it isn't. Valkorion strengthened your bond to the Force. You may be the greatest of us all, but your old training couldn't prepare you for what's to come. You have much to learn. Follow us. Seek the answers throughout the valley. You will know when you find them. On Odessen, light and dark exist in perfect balance, forming a nexus in the Force. There is another world like it, Zakul. Arkan and his knights learned to use the Force in a different way from Jedi and Sith. It's why we couldn't truly defeat them.
I faced plenty of warriors from Zakul. They fell, the same as everyone else.
Don't confuse them with Arkan. And his sister is another problem entirely. Jedi approach the Force as a companion, and Sith try to enslave it. But Arkan's knights believe the Force is their reward for serving an ideal. They swear their lives to the Eternal Emperor. The more they honor his commandments, the greater their power. The knights obey their master without question, sacrificing everything for his triumph. Devotion makes them strong. You must become stronger.
I thought only Sith cared about being the most powerful. You sound like Valkorion.
We are nothing like that man.
Darth Maul.
Valkorion destroyed my flesh, but not my reason for being.
I knew something was wrong. You turned her to the dark side. She's your apprentice.
Apprentice. Master. Those labels have no meaning here. After my defeat, I sought an ally to make things right again. But only one in all the galaxy was my equal. We met on this world. We argued, explored, and found an understanding. We now pass that knowledge to you.
I don't want your help. I've had enough people telling me what to do.
We don't want to control you. No one is more surprised than I am to be here in this moment. But I trust the will of the Force.
We do not offer empty platitudes. We do not promise easy victory.
All we ask is that you listen with an open mind and learn from our failures.
To forge the future, you must first break with the past. Victory over Arkham requires new perspectives and new weapons.
Follow the will of the Force into the wilderness beyond this camp. Find what we left for you, and meet us in the cave.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Tell me, do you believe in the future?
I have a future, Valen, but you don't.
Just the way I like it.
I thought Arkan's sister, Valen, was right here.
No. That was merely a warning. A vision. A bond to the Force as intense as yours brings with it powerful insight.
Heed what you saw. Behind Arkan stands Valen, and behind her, many others. They will all try to stop you. The weapon you wield was built for a different war, a different enemy. It no longer serves you. It must change, as you have.
You want me to build a new lightsaber?
You will create a pure extension of the Force's will. One you alone control. With it, you can unite 1,000 stars.
We offer to add our strength to yours, but you must be the guiding hand. Focus the power and decide what form it takes.
I'm ready when you are. There's no limit I can't surpass. It's done.
That blade is part of you now. The next time you face Arkan in battle, he will not be ready for you.
But violence can only destroy. It doesn't inspire others to greatness, and it can never rebuild. Only a leader can do that.
I once thought it enough to be the unstoppable force between my people and the enemy. I faced Valkyrian and refused to bend. That choice broke me and doomed the worlds I sought to defend.
I sent Jedi to fight an enemy I didn't understand, because I believed in the justness of my cause. Those deaths still haunt me. We know what it means to fail those who counted on us. We would spare you that pain.
I've been a leader before. I know what it takes to win a war.
Your one-time power base was impressive, but in the end, you were still only one facet of the Dark Council. Leading this alliance is unlike anything you have done before. Directing the war effort is a mere fraction of the burden you must bear.
You must not only know when to fight, but when to retreat, or even to make peace with your foe. There is an oasis not far from this cave. Your final lesson waits there. You killed her children. She will devour you as revenge.
What hope do you have to escape such raw fury?
I don't need to escape. I only need to fight.
You killed your enemy and claimed its home, for now. Some believe you're destined to walk this path. Others think you make the choices that decide their fates.
Your alliance will collapse if you do not know yourself and the ideal you serve. Do you understand?
There is no destiny. My choices make all the difference.
Your way is clear, and so is ours. Do you feel it, Mar? The Force draws us elsewhere.
The exile on Odyssean is over.
A new path has opened, thanks to you. Our duty is to follow it.
You aren't leaving. I'm dealing with you here, now. Before you become a threat.
I understand. It is not my time to die. Not yet.
I'll find you. Someday.
Recon team gave the all clear. We're entering sub-level 4.
5x5, Major. Transmitting optimal path to the next security checkpoint.
Try not to shoot everything this time. There are only so many storage lockers to put Sky Troopers in.
Well, that's half the challenge. What kind of Sith are you?
I've identified the hyperwave relay station's weak points. Demolition charges at each one will maximize the blast radius.
You want to destroy our best chance to take control of the Eternal Fleet? Unbelievable. I feel my IQ dropping just hearing you talk.
Your mission's complete. Get off this channel. And my planet.
I don't remember promoting you to Commander before I left.
Where the blazes have you been?
I'll give you a full report later. Tell me what I've missed.
Everything. We've had to improvise without you.
Hold up, we've got trouble. A dozen knights coming in behind us.
Someone found your mess on level 19.
If that was true, there'd be twice as many.
Major? Major, come in. We've lost the signal.
We could salvage the mission if we send our backup.
She isn't backup. She's collateral damage.
I'd rather ask forgiveness than permission, but I don't need either of them. I'm halfway through level 10. Consider the mission complete.
Understood and approved. Do whatever you have to.
Always do. Oh, look. Things to shoot. Be seeing you.
Still no word from Major Jorgen or Kaleo.
Everything within a kilometer of the spire has been locked down. No signal gets in or out of that zone.
I warned you that Gemini frequency mission was dangerous. If they're alive, it won't be for much longer.
If they're dead, so be it. We still need to sabotage the Eternal Fleet, and the Gemini frequency is our best chance.
We can't get anywhere near the spire without fighting every defender on Zakul. We don't have the forces for that. I'll alert you the moment I hear anything, but until then, we're just wasting time here.
We could all use a break to regroup. That includes you, Theron.
I'm too tired to argue. Oh, almost forgot. Hylo Viz asked to see you, Commander. Wouldn't say why, but it sounded important.
Hey, Commander, got a sec?
What's on your mind?
We're doing our best to keep the supply lines running, but most of the people I deal with aren't exactly philanthropists. We can't keep running this thing on goodwill and borrowed credits.
You're saying we need a steady income.
Or a really big slush fund. But look, I didn't just come here with complaints. I know a guy with a habit of showing up when someone's in need. He's reached out with an offer we can't really refuse, much as I might want to. You should meet him.
With that kind of recommendation, how can I say no?
I know. We've got history. The only thing to trust about him is that he can do what he promises. Hear him out. Come on.
Well, this has been an interesting diversion, but I think it's time to wrap things up. I call.
I know a Sith that's pleased with herself when I see one. I fold.
So soon? Must be quite a hand. Let's see it.
But how? You discarded every chance you got and never locked a card the whole round. The odds are astronomical. You cheated.
Yeah, even if I did. You sure the old boss of Sith intelligence wants to admit some shifty alien got the better of her?
Wasted no time turning the card table into a graveyard.
It's my preferred method of execution.
Commander, the most untrustworthy scoundrel I know. Untrustworthy scoundrel, the Commander.
She never was big on formalities. Galt Renault, at your service.
I haven't got a lot of time or patience. Why are you here?
Oh, I think you'll make a little of both for this. The Eternal Empire spent the last 5 years pillaging every world in the known galaxy. Now, how'd you like to turn all that plundering into a profit for you and yours?
I'm listening.
I happen to know where they're keeping all that ill-gotten gain. Better yet, I've got a surefire plan to steal it right out from under their noses. I just need the help of a few talented, tough customers to see it through.
What's this generous offer going to cost me?
Only your word for now, and an even split after the fact. 50-50 couldn't be more fair. Ever heard of the Gilded Star? I'll stop you there. You haven't. It's one of the Eternal Empire's most tightly guarded secrets. A floating treasury circling the depths of a massive gas giant. The ship and the buried treasure all wrapped up into one neat little package. Well, maybe not little. By my estimation, it's the greatest sum of wealth gathered in one place since the Hutt Empire was a thing. So, you in?
Attempt to cheat me, and you will regret it. Briefly.
So the standard arrangement. When you're ready to get this show on the road, we'll be heading to Vanden to lay some groundwork. Looking forward to this, partner. There she is, Vanden. Mind the ledges when you're walking around unless you fancy a death by scenic view.
You haven't mentioned why we're here.
Giant barge, full of money. Is this ringing any bells? It's out there somewhere, swimming below sight and scan range. Something about the magnetism here plays havoc with sensors and cheap fillings. Bottom line is, we'll never find the Gilded Star out there, which is all the more reason to get our preparations underway. Such as picking up the last member of our illustrious crew.
How many people are we going to need?
Half a dozen, give or take. This is the last one unaccounted for. You should be in a warehouse not far from the dockyards. I'll point out the place when I see it. So, this plan I mentioned, it's going to take the best identity forger this side of the galaxy to pull off. Problem is, he's been in hiding, specifically in that, for a long time. He probably won't be too thrilled to have visitors, especially not visitors who had his safe house shipped a few thousand parsecs unannounced. Be on your toes.
I think I can handle a grimy hermit.
Just don't kill him, or the only thing getting washed is the plan.
Trencher, is it? They always say retirement's a good time to travel. Why don't you come and check out the new scenery?
Tiresias, you've got a lot of nerve showing your ugly mug to me again.
Tiresias?
Just a name I carried around for a while, no use to anybody now. I think you've got me confused for someone else, friend. Name's Galt Renault. Got a business proposition I think you'll want to hear about.
You can't play dumb with me, Ty. I know that face better than you do.
I don't care what kind of past you two share. We've got business to get to.
The only thing I've got to get to is finally enjoying my retirement. A little gift for your hospitality. You failed just about anything these days.
Still can't roll with the punches. You perfectionist types never learn. There's no such thing as a sure thing.
Why are we trying to recruit someone who wants to kill you?
He's the one with the crutch. After I made that body double, he went to swindle half of Nar Shaddaa in my name.
Because Dretcher is literally the only one I trust to pull this off.
It's taken everything I know to stay hidden in this little prison. Every time I start to think I can leave, someone snitches on my new identities.
That's true.
So maybe I encourage Dretcher's early retirement. This little box is cozier than a coffin and a better place to reflect on how stupid trying to blackmail me was. But hey, ancient history, am I right? I'm more than willing to forget about our past disagreements if you do one more job for me.
I can never help you again.
He's asking. I'm telling. You're going to help us with a heist, or I'm going to rip you out of there and beat you within an inch of your life.
Huh. There's 25 layers of durasteel and cortosis between you and me. We'll both be dead of old age before you make good on that.
It's true, we might never get into that safe room of yours, but I'm sure this sonic amplifier I brought will have an interesting effect on the contents. So unless you want to spend your final moments being shaken to death by the dulcet tones of the Kashyyyk Life Day Choir, I would reconsider.
Or maybe I'll just drop this box off the pier.
Do this stupid job.
Sit tight, Dretch, and get reacquainted with the concept of hygiene. We've got one more stop to make before we get to the fun part. Punctual, gentlemen. Glad you could make it all this way. No trouble acquiring my little request, I take?
It's here. You got our money?
Of course, friend, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask to see the goods first.
Satisfied?
I think you need to tell me more about this plan.
We're getting to that part just as soon as we're finished here.
You got our money?
About that. I was really thinking we should renegotiate the price. You know, seeing as I don't need the whole missile. Yeah, I thought you might feel that way.
Launch sequence initiated. Target acquired. Total atomic dispersal in T-minus 1 minute.
You son of a... Make it stop!
Nah.
Hope you're a good runner.
Jumping might be faster.
T-minus 55 seconds. Warhead primed. Suffering index set to maximum.
You're gonna pay for this!
Suckers.
Abort sequence aborted. No stopping me now.
Ah, what did she do to this thing? Come on, it's not responding.
If I die because you wanted to spiff your dealer, there won't be a Corellian hell far enough to hide you from me.
Less threatening, more helping.
Tampering detected. Emergency detonation in 5 seconds. Nice try, jerks.
Now, I cannot tell if she did a terrible job rewiring this or too good a one.
3. Oh, so close. 2. I can't wait. 1.
That was great!
Come
on, that was pretty good. Admit it.
As pranks go, high marks.
Don't encourage her. Allow me to introduce my partner, Vet. She has a habit of getting where she's not wanted. Like on your nerves, for instance. Did you get the warhead, or were you too busy practicing your lines?
Yes, I got it, Grumpy Pants.
Though I guess those lizard brains will have figured out nothing's exploded by now. I'll see if I can't distract them.
Time to make ourselves scarce. We'll see you back at the hideout.
Toodles!
If you're still wondering why you're here, it isn't to check out the Tabana gas bars. There's a stealth cruiser loaded with more precious metals than a Hutt's taste in art hiding down in the lower atmosphere, and it's about to come up for air.
And while the Gilded Star is roosting at the Skyhook for its annual resupply, we're going to rob it blind.
How do you even know about that?
A little bird told us. I speak stool pigeon.
Even if you do know where it's going to be, it's got a full military complement on board. And a vault that could survive the ship being reduced to atoms.
Most people would consider it impregnable, but we aren't most people, are we, Senya?
You do seem to know a lot about our target.
Yes, well, I should. Overseeing the Gilded Star was among my duties when I still served Valkorion.
Then you are privy to its operational protocols.
I doubt they're still the same.
You don't have to run the thing. Just get Scorpio to the ship's control center.
There's no way we could infiltrate that far into the ship undetected.
Oh, maybe, maybe not, but I'm pretty sure High Justice Valen can go wherever she pleases.
You're going to have Senya pose as Valen.
We've got the best identity doctor this side of the galaxy, and as close to a genetic match as we're gonna get.
I could never match Valen's gene sequence like that. Although, maybe simulating data corruption in her IT.
And create enough doubt to bluff her way through. Dear old mom can manage that, right? Once Valen and her attaché droid are on board, they head to the bridge, seize control of the ship, and allow the rest of us to do our parts.
Like cracking the vault. It isn't controlled by the network, so I've got to get into the guts of the ship to reach the mechanism. I'll need your help.
Meanwhile, Lana and Theron will bridge airlocks with a tanker transport I've secured for the goods.
How are we going to carry an entire treasury's worth of loot out of the vault before anyone catches on?
Oh, we won't be carrying anything out of the vault. Into, that's another story. Remember how Senya mentioned the vault could withstand everything outside being vaporized? The same applies to what we're setting off inside.
The warhead.
Exactly. I'll be pulling up the rear with a disintegration bomb. Once it's done its job, we pump the atmosphere into the waiting tanker and make our escape.
This is so crazy, it just might work.
I prefer unconventional.
Once that sucker explodes, the crew's going to notice. Everybody's just going to have to hightail it to the transport before they catch on.
Now, since we've got less than a day before the Gilded Star rolls into port, I'd suggest everybody get real familiar with their part. This is close enough. And there's the Gilded Star, just like I promised.
Expecting shinier.
Gold-plated and stealth ship don't exactly line up. Now we just have to hope Mommy Dearest remembers her daughter's birthday.
I can kill you from here, Gold.
Great, really getting into the spirit of your character, at least from what I hear.
Shut up.
We are approaching the checkpoint. No further communications are warranted until the bridge is under our control.
Roger. Break a leg, ladies. It's in their hands now. All we've got to do is wait.
Once they open the way for us, all we have to do is get this bomb inside the vault.
Assuming everything goes according to plan. But hey, if something has to go horribly wrong, now's the best time. For us, anyway.
Worst case scenario. What happens?
There's a dock full of transports and haulers right that way. Not a coincidence, I assure you.
I am now in complete control of the Gilded Stars network. I will isolate the vessel's sentinels to the best of this system's ability.
Showtime.
Okay, I ought to be able to reach the vault mechanism along this route. Keep clearing a path for Galt, and I'll see you soon.
Really hope they check for Minox.
Are you sure those schematics were scaled in meters? I can hardly move.
My last partner didn't complain nearly this much.
Your last partner was crushed to death.
And never once complained about it. Okay, Vet, I'm here.
Just give me a sec.
Time's a factor.
Hey, you want to cut through a foot of cortosis and steel while hanging upside down in a half-meter crawl space? There. Jerk. Try it.
The moment of truth.
I've been rich, filthy rich, but nothing like this. Counting the zeros on a balance sheet can't even compare. There's just something magical about the real thing.
It's not ours yet.
Yet being the operative word. It won't look nearly as impressive in a second, but it'll spend all the same. Do the honors?
Let's see how much Arkham enjoys this.
Payload's delivered. It's time for the pay dirt.
We're in position. Extending umbilical. Seal is tight. All green.
Airlock disengaged. Awaiting order for depressurization.
Door is open.
Commencing depressurization.
Tank is filling. So far, so good.
It will take approximately 10 minutes, 17 seconds to siphon a space of that volume.
Plenty of time to make our exit.
Great. Let's blow this joint.
I'm sure we've worn out our welcome.
It is unlikely the detonation went unnoticed. After we vacate the bridge, I will no longer be able to maintain a complete lockdown.
See? Perfectly justified acquisition. Come on. I want to try this thing out.
Just scramble the systems as best you can and leg it to the tanker. We'll see you there.
We're at capacity. Scorpio and Senya are on board. What's the situation?
We're keeping them busy on our end, but I don't think we're any closer to reaching you. Scorpio, do you still have any access to the blast doors?
Only through direct input.
Great. Just bug out before anyone notices you buzzing around. We'll take the skyhook back down and meet you at the hideout. Play it cool. My guardian angel will handle anybody taking an unhealthy interest.
The lift's not coming, is it?
Oh no, it's coming. It's just not empty.
Valen. I can sense her presence.
Time for Plan B.
What's Plan B?
Run and hope for a Plan C.
I'm tired of running from Valen.
Well, I've got a few laps left in me. Even if you win and don't turn the Skyhook into crumbled wreckage, we'll still be surrounded by thousands of her flunkies. We have to go around.
There is no around.
There is out there.
You want us to scale the exterior?
Pretty much. Look, there's no time to stand here arguing, so I recommend lodging your complaints at a steady jog.
It's not so bad. Just don't look down. Or consider your own mortality. Goodbye, Spewy. I'll never forget you.
Okay, so, remember Plan C?
You never actually got to Plan C, Gold.
Turns out Plan C is jump!
Mother was here, again. She had the audacity to wear my face.
And a punishment.
Escaped. She knows I won't be bested the next time we meet.
Oh, empty threats all you've brought for me.
I interrupted their little raid on the treasury. They couldn't have accomplished much in the time they were here. Mother!
Perfect timing.
I'm not the one who has a problem showing up when I'm supposed to.
Jeez, how long are you planning to hold that over me?
The rest of your life, naturally. Thanks for keeping my worst half out of too much trouble.
You don't consider that too much trouble?
We've had way closer calls.
Don't let her fool you. I am the cautious one in this arrangement. Anyway, I think we've all had our fill of Vanden, and it's gonna get a lot less hospitable shortly, so... shall we?
Let's get our haul back to Odessen.
There's nothing like coming home from a job well done, especially when you've ruined a huge jerk's day in the process.
Couldn't agree more. Come to think of it, our plan was lacking in one department.
An actual escape route?
It was the scenic route, can't argue with the view. No, the one thing missing was a way to see the look on Arkan's face when he got the news.
He doesn't have much of a face anyway.
It's probably better in my imagination. Now, how about we get on with my favorite part and divvy up the loot?
Already taken care of. You, Vet, and Dretch are already paid out. I took the liberty of skimming what you owe me off yours.
Well, take all the fun out of it, why don't you?
Your idea of fun is why your divvying privileges are still revoked.
Just what did you do, exactly?
Ran out on me with the biggest score of our careers.
And I regretted it ever since. Well, after the shine wore off. A little older, a little wiser, you know? Okay, maybe a lot older. It was a formative moment. The point is we're on to bigger and better things, like melting a mint down into an ocean of liquid happiness. Now, however you want to spend your cut is none of my business, but if you want to, say, triple it, I might have a little something in the works.
This money isn't ours. I don't mind taking it from Arkan, but I want nothing to do with it.
Our goal was to fund the Alliance, not personal gain.
Who says it can't be both? You just need a little ambition.
Or, you know, you could try giving, maybe just once. See what you've been missing. My share's going towards buying back some of the artifacts stolen from my people, freeing slaves, giving Twi'leks a better place in the galaxy.
Honestly, we've got way more than we need for operations. It'd be good to have a plan for the excess.
I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to triple our take. Just keep an eye on that investment.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure he coughs up every last credit.
I kinda thought the point of this alliance was to do some good in the galaxy, but I guess I'm not really surprised. Everybody's got an angle.
I understand your decision, Commander. I only ask that you not lose sight of the bigger picture while serving your ambition.
Hey, more shares for you, am I right?
It appears our business is concluded.
Oh, I don't know. I figure you'll be seeing me around. You've got a handy little outfit here. Besides, I wouldn't want Hilo to get lonely.
Huh, as if.
If your alliance happens to need a morale officer, I'm game. Kicking Arkan's butt should require a full-time party planner.
Speaking of parties... This stuff sells for more than most freighters. Grab some glasses and get to know what success tastes like.
Commander, Major Jorgen and Kaleo just landed. They're in the docking bay.
So much for celebrating. Go ahead, we'll be right behind.
Total mission failure! We'll never get another shot at the target because of you. This is what happens when a criminal gets in the way of real soldiers.
You're welcome. Next time I'll let the enemy kill you.
We had them in a corner until you started tossing thermal detonators. I lost 4 good people because of your lack of discipline.
If they were so good, why are they dead?
The reason Kaleo went in is because Havoc's squad got in trouble.
We were expendable. If she'd stayed away, we could have destroyed the fleet's control center.
It wasn't a complete loss. I grabbed something on the way out.
My fire team covered you.
Yeah. Point is, we lifted the data core from a security console right outside that hyperwave relay station. It's not the key to the Gemini frequency, but it does contain a massive file archive all about those droids.
I'll put Scorpio to work sifting through the information. See if there's anything to salvage from this fiasco.
There's bound to be something we can use. We're not giving up on eliminating Arkan's fleet.
We won't get a second chance at the hyperwave relay station. We'll just have to hope we find an alternative.
It could have gone much worse, but we can't let this happen again. Commander, I recommend these operatives be confined to base for the time being.
What? Forget that!
No, he's right. We didn't function like a team and other people paid with their lives.
This is war. We can't always avoid casualties. But I expect you to get better at your jobs and work together. Dismissed.
You heard the commander.
I'll start with her fingertips and work my way up. Take one knuckle at a time, then her hands.
Do you remember, Mother? Not what she is now. Who are the children?
I remember her telling Father I was dangerous. How I had to be controlled. She always hated me.
She never understood us. Oh, Father.
She helped the Outlander steal our pretties. They took everything.
Those things can be replaced.
When all the worlds we've conquered find out what's happened, they'll think we're weak. Test us.
I remain the greatest power the galaxy has ever seen. My enemies know what I'll do to them if they cross me.
Fear is always free.
I will